Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am your host Deja B. I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Today I will be sharing the top 2 haunting stories. As of October 2023, I will post new content 1 to 2 times a week. And, if you're a fan of creepy and scary stories, I believe I have it here. So, with all that said, sit back, relax, and stay away from those dark corners.
The Amityville house stood an ominous sentinel at 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, New York. A beautiful home by the sea, it seemed like the ideal residence for the DeFeo family. Little did they know that this house, nestled in the tranquil village of Amityville, held secrets and malevolent forces beyond their wildest nightmares. Ronald DeFeo Sr. had bought the Dutch colonial-style house in 1975. It was a place where he hoped to provide a happy and secure life for his family. But soon after they moved in, the tranquility that the house projected seemed to evaporate. One fateful evening, Ronald DeFeo Jr. stormed into a local bar, bloodshot eyes wild with terror. He screamed that his parents and siblings were dead. The police arrived at the house, and the gruesome sight they found would haunt them for a lifetime. The entire DeFeo family lay unalived in their beds, each victim shot with a .35 caliber firearm. The authorities arrested Ronald DeFeo Jr., who quickly confessed to the brutal acts. He claimed that voices in the house had compelled him to commit the heinous act, voices that whispered malevolence and drove him to madness. The horrors of that night were far from over. The next occupants of 112 Ocean Avenue were the Lutz family, George and Kathy, along with Kathy's 3 children. They believed the house was a bargain, purchased for far less than its market value due to its dark history. Little did they realize that they were walking into a nightmare. The Lutz family's initial days in the house were a mixture of happiness and unease. They were puzzled by inexplicable events, strange odors, unexplainable sounds, and eerie cold spots that appeared out of nowhere. Their dog, Harry, refused to enter certain rooms, growling and barking at invisible entities. As the days turned into weeks, the horrors escalated. George Lutz became increasingly obsessed with the house's history, poring over books and documents. He discovered that the house was built on an ancient Indian burial ground and that Ronald DeFeo Jr. had claimed demonic voices had driven him to commit murder. Their fear grew. Kathy saw red, glowing eyes glaring at her from outside their bedroom window, and George woke up every morning at precisely 3:15 a.m., the exact time the DeFeo homicides had occurred. The couple's nightmares became increasingly vivid and terrifying, often centering on themes of violence and supernatural forces. The climax of their terror occurred during a cold, winter night when George Lutz saw an apparition of a monstrous figure. It was a sinister face, half human and half pig, a grotesque entity that would later be dubbed the Demon Pig. The Lutz family fled the house in panic, leaving all their belongings behind, never to return. News of the Lutz family's ordeal quickly spread, captivating the nation. Their story was turned into a best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, and a series of movies. Skeptics and believers debated the truth of the events, but one thing was clear: the Amityville house was now infamous, and its dark reputation continued to grow. In the years that followed, various owners came and went. Each reported strange occurrences, but none were as extreme as the Lutz families. In 1979, the house was purchased by James and Barbara Cromarty, who openly declared that they didn't believe in the haunting stories. They even held a press conference to debunk the myths. However, their time in the house proved to be unsettling. They claimed that mysterious sounds, strange odors, and eerie occurrences persisted. With the legend of the Amityville house firmly established, the truth became difficult to discern from fiction. The Lutz family's credibility was questioned, and various investigations into the house's history revealed inconsistencies with their claims. The debate continues to this day. The Amityville house remains a place of curiosity and dread. Some believe that the Lutz family's experience was a hoax, while others insist that malevolent forces still lurk within its walls. Skeptics suggest that the haunting may have been exaggerated for financial gain, but those who experienced its terrors firsthand maintain that it was all too real. The legend of the Amityville Horror endures a haunting enigma that may never be fully unraveled. Was it a case of a malevolent presence, a hoax, or a combination of both? The truth remains elusive, buried beneath layers of fear, skepticism, and a history stained with blood. To this day, the Amityville house stands as a dark, silent sentinel, its secrets locked within its walls, and the true nature of the Amityville Horror remains an enigma, a story that continues to chill the hearts of those who dare to delve into its mysteries.
Hello everyone, and thank you for watching so far. Before we get started with our last story, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And to make sure to hit that bell of darkness, so you will never miss my newly uploaded videos. Thank you, and please stay seated.
Once upon a time, in the quiet neighborhood of Notting Hill, London, there stood a seemingly ordinary house known as 10 Rillington Place. Little did the residents of the neighborhood know, this unassuming house held dark secrets that would shock the world. The story begins in the 1940s when a man named John Reginald Christie moved into the house with his wife, Ethel. At first, they appeared to be a normal couple, living a quiet life. However, behind closed doors, Christie harbored a sinister desire for control and power. As time went on, Christie's true nature began to reveal itself. He became known as a friendly and helpful neighbor, always offering a helping hand to those in need. However, what his neighbors didn't know was that his intentions were far from pure. One by one, young women in the neighborhood started to disappear. Their families were left distraught, searching for answers. Little did they know their loved ones had fallen victim to the evil lurking at 10 Rillington Place. Christie had a methodical approach to his crimes. He would lure young women into his home with promises of assistance or employment opportunities. Once inside, he would subject them to unspeakable horrors, ultimately ending their lives. The bodies of Christie's victims were hidden within the walls and floorboards of 10 Rillington Place. The house became a tomb, holding the dark secrets of the innocent lives lost. The truth about Christie's crimes would not be revealed until 1953 when a tenant named Timothy Evans moved into the house with his wife and daughter. Evans, a troubled man, would unknowingly become entangled in Christie's web of deception. Christie, always the opportunist, used Evans' vulnerabilities to his advantage. He manipulated him into believing that his wife needed an abortion and offered to perform the procedure himself. Tragically, the procedure ended in the death of Evans' wife. When Evans realized the truth about what had happened, he was consumed by guilt and fear. He confessed to the murder of his wife and daughter, believing that he would receive a lighter sentence if he took the blame. However, the truth would eventually come to light. During the investigation into Evans' case, the bodies of Christie's victims were discovered within the walls. The horrifying reality of Christie's crimes sent shockwaves through the community and the entire nation. Christie was arrested, and the true extent of his evil deeds was revealed. His trial captivated the public, who were both appalled and fascinated by the horrors that had taken place within the seemingly ordinary house. In the end, Christie was found guilty of multiple murders and sentenced to death. His crimes would forever stain the history of 10 Rillington Place, leaving a lasting legacy of fear and disbelief. Today, 10 Rillington Place no longer exists. The house was demolished in the 1970s, erasing the physical presence of the horrors that once took place within its walls. However, the memory of the crimes committed by John Reginald Christie will forever haunt the neighborhood and serve as a reminder of the darkness that can hide behind a seemingly ordinary facade.
Thank you for watching. If you like these stories, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you.